It's not done. Not count.
What?
Stella Rose.
I'm gonna put a little this.
He just now gonna get my baby.
Start with me. Mic check. One. Mic check. Testing. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2.
When we do
I believe she's gonna grab the cup. Last time. I don't know how.
Maybe a pop next time.
Well, I came late. Remember, I walked in.
No matter. Still,
I didn't.
maybe a pop.
Okay. Did you eat that? One, two, two, two. Check 1, 1.
It's just peaches. Jello jogga blah 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 blah.
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Testing 1, 2. You're gonna probably bring this one. Oh, yes, meal too. Great meal too.
Always be open your all time.
Yeah, we're going to talk about
Eric Adams,
Mayor of New York,
and a student.
Sure.
We're also going to talk about
Gettysburg.
Gettysburg University, where
In Pennsylvania.
white students are also, we want to make sure you follow us on all of our other social media channels because, you know, if you want to watch it from a different
Let's
vantage
go.
point.
Out this time.
Uh-oh, you a truck way, Barry.
We don't start at 4:30. Everybody else didn't start at 4:15.
No, she ain't coming in here cracking the
Yeah,
whip
Are
after
we
she.
bringing
Yep.
her on right now?
Huh?
Are we bringing her on right now?
No, we're gonna go for segment first. Yeah, and talk about these trending things first.
You should set some of your mic. Work.
This thing?
This
one?
got you a scarlet. Stepped you up.
Hello.
Can you see
It's a word.
you shake up out of it?
I had took the mic things off because I thought we was ready because it's for,
Okay.
we got like 10 seconds left.
Okay, that's all right. We'll get it. Starting them. That ain't where I need.
Mm-mm.
Okay, go ahead now.
Hello. This the mic. I mean, it's
You got
registering
everything
there.
else muted?
Hello.
we're
Yeah, it's good.
And it's a little
It's
hot.
loud,
Rico. It's
yeah.
hot.
Well, that's good because
Say
I
it-
don't
say it
talk
again.
loud.
Say it again. No, that ain't good.
Hello. That's not good.
Bring it back up a little bit, Rico.
Hello.
There you go.
That's better.
good. All right. Unmute everything.
I don't gotta turn this one on and off. All right.
Nope.
It's 4:30.
We're ready.
All right.
Ready to rock and roll, baby. Let's get it.
3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to the Antonio Parkinson Project. Today, we're talking about a college student who gets the N-word carved in his chest. Also, New York Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted by the feds and is facing criminal charges. Also, the Young Dolph trial. We're going to bring you up to speed on everything that happened in it. And lastly, we're going to talk about gun violence in America. And we will hear from a mom who's doing something about it. Don't go anywhere. Hit that subscribe button. You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project. Welcome back to the Antonio Parkinson Project. I am Antonio Parkinson. You're watching the fastest growing visual podcast in the Memphis market. Let's give it up for that. Yeah. Hey, y'all can clap over there too. Y'all feel free to, yeah. Look,
that wasn't getting
that was kind of whack, but that was kind of weak. Yeah,
We got an audience up
we got an audience, and they was kind of like, we need to get them a shot. I think they need a shot. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Right. Yeah. Hey, but look, I want to welcome my lovely co-host Angelica Jelly Woods in the building. Y'all
Hey,
give it up for her. Let's try it
hey.
again. Give it up for her.
That's still black too.
Yeah,
Y'all
I'm
keep
telling
y'all
you.
little claps.
Man, we're struggling. And it's
Yeah,
raining
y'all
outside.
struggling. Rain. Black people
It's
don't know
raining
doing
outside,
rain.
man. Everybody want to be taking a nap right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my DJ Kojak in the building. DJ Kojak, scratch it up for him 4 times, man, for the 3 ladies in the building.
Bam, for all 3 ladies.
Okay, he turns up for the 3
look, she
ladies.
said,
didn't he?
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
was
We're
he
gonna
whack
test them later
out?
on. We're gonna give them a test later on, see if they heard them
up in
scratches,
here.
right?
They up in here. Beautiful ladies up in here.
They are, man.
Yes,
they are in
yes.
here. We're excited to have them. Yeah. So look, man, let's jump right in this stuff, man, because there's a lot going on. I mean, it's a lot going on. So much going on. We couldn't even put everything in the show,
Okay.
right? But I thought this was important for us to talk about. So young college cat, right?
Yes.
And I guess he's going to a PWI, and it is Gettysburg College or Gettysburg University.
Gettysburg College. That's what I
Gettysburg
thought.
College in Pennsylvania.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Right. I don't know why I was thinking it was in Kentucky or something like that, right?
Close to where LeConte is from. Hey, LeConte.
Yeah. LeConte is probably from Gettysburg, but
Yeah.
but Gettysburg College in Pennsylvania. So apparently there was a swim team, the swim team for Gettysburg College, right?
Yes.
And they said that the team was at an informal event.
For swimmers.
So what does informal event mean?
I don't know. They were in a swim team together, so
but
maybe they were gathering
just
together
hanging
as
out.
swimmers.
Sound like they was at
Hanging
a
out.
partying.
Or yeah, maybe the
Right.
coach and them wasn't present. That's why it was informal.
Informal, right?
Yes,
so
but
that,
swimmers
yeah,
together.
so they were at an informal event, and this guy, he's the only black dude or person of color that's on the swim team, and apparently, I don't know how lit they got or what was going on at this informal quote unquote event,
Yeah.
but they carved the N-word into his chest with a box cutter.
Yes, not a marker, not an ink pen, a box cutter.
So they basically branded this young brother
Yeah, they
like
branded
a
him.
cow.
Yes,
like
and how's
cattle.
it-
Yeah.
And everything's unclear. How did it happen? What was the consequences? Nobody can give answers to it because who gonna write on you like that?
Yeah, that's incredibly
right.
interesting to me. But my thing is, I really would like to know, how that happened. How was he so still that they
Couldn't
carved?
Couldn't have been. They held
They
that man
carved
down.
it. Yeah. So that's what you're
They held
saying.
that man down. Or
Right.
They knocked him out.
He said, or knocked him
Yeah.
out.
He was
But
laid
maybe
out.
he was drunk and he was carving. They thought he was carving something different in his chest. He wasn't paying attention.
But okay.
You know, people do
It
stupid
is
stuff. Could
college.
have been drunk. Yeah.
I
mean,
Yeah.
Let me
some
carve
normally
something in you.
carve a image of a dick or something on him and some.
Maybe he
but
thought
not-
that's
With
what
a
it
marker.
was.
Yeah, something like not
Yeah.
no in his skin.
Yeah. This
With
will
a
be
box
scarred
cutter.
in
Forever.
forever. But so you went to a PWI. You went to and we can't even call it PWI. You was the only person there. So
Yeah.
you went to
Really?
so okay.
I did.
You did.
I went to pretty much an all white school. I went to University of Iowa, predominantly white school.
Right.
But ain't nobody writing on me, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I suppose he had to be intoxicated or something because no, even in my high school, predominantly white, and still ain't nobody writing on me.
Did they ever go too far with a joke or something like that?
No, nobody ever went too far. I'm sure there was racist people there, but nobody was in my face racist. That makes
Nobody ever called you the N-word?
No, never called the N word. The first time I've been called like a racial slur was when I was in Oklahoma visiting, and somebody called us some monkeys. And that's we went to Oral Roberts. Where my brother was going to school
Oral
at the time.
Roberts.
Yep. Where he
Yeah,
was
the
going at the
Christian
time,
school.
the Christian school.
Right.
We were like at some kind of bar, but no, nobody ever called me any racial slurs.
Okay.
No, so
okay.
I don't know what he had going on. I think he was intoxicated,
Right.
or like not Parks said, like Kojak said, he was held down against his will. But nobody got in trouble. Both of them
No,
are
they both got in trouble. Two
Yeah.
of them, both got suspended.
suspended. But why would he get suspended?
But
what I
that's what that now that's a really good question. And it's interesting how radio silent this story has been. And there's just not been a lot of details
Nothing.
around this story. But I do want to go back to the fact that nobody at all of the schools that you went to ever made a racial slur to you or called you out of your name.
They never did. Like you asked my husband, he went to Iowa. He said that's the most biracial. He has never seen so many biracial kids in his life.
Right.
So I mean,
But it could be that they heard about the story of you jumping on the girl in the snow, on the white girl in the snow, right?
Yeah.
they knew
And
that
y'all-
followed
y'all-
me.
Yeah, and y'all, fighting topless in the
I
snow.
was, and below
what time was
degree-
it?
below
At
degrees weather.
3:43 in the morning.
Yes,
in
the
the
Lord
morning.
woke me up out of my sleep. I'm so serious.
It was
Jesus
God.
said, "Get up." It was
It-
God.
that's
He
what
said,
it
"Get up,"
was.
and he showed me what I needed to see. So I mean,
He showed you that
He didn't
that
tell me to
your
fight.
dude, that your dude was with
was
a
no
white girl.
good, and he was with a white girl. He sure was in the snow. The irony,
Right.
with a white girl in the snow. Oh,
Right.
the irony.
And
You
so-
ain't gonna let y'all laughing too hard
Nobody.
over there.
Right.
Y'all laughing too hard. Somebody laughed too hard over there.
Hey man, look, so you jacking at 3 something in the morning
I was.
in the snow with a white girl.
in the
in
snow,
Iowa.
below degree weather. It's probably
Right.
was like -10,
Yeah.
-10 degrees weather.
And so,
with that being
with your tops
said,
off.
yep, I can't. He wanted me to. He had grabbed me out of my top. He tried to grab me by the top, so I came out of it. Yeah, so. Yeah, that's what happened.
So
what
you didn't carve nothing in anybody though.
I didn't. So
Okay.
that's my point. So if he gets some carve, something got to be wrong. I'm saying, how did he sit there and let somebody carve something on him? I don't think it's right. But they're saying due to student privacy rules or whatever policies, they can't speak on it right now.
But-
That's what they're saying. That's their scapegoat.
I got you, but these are not minors though. These are
These are not
college
minors?
students. So
But that's what they're saying.
yeah, very interesting. But we want to pivot real quick. Got to talk about this whole thing, man. And I really hate talking about these things like this. Mayor Eric Adams, right, under federal indictment. And so let me get to my notes on this because I should have posted this. But according to the New York Times, right, the New York City Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted on 5 federal charges.
How many?
5, including bribery and fraud.
Wow.
And he turned himself in. I
He
think it was
did.
yesterday, and he was released on his own recognizance. And that's incredibly interesting. We're talking about the largest city in the United States.
Yeah.
Black mayor. He's been accused of accepting more than $100,000 in illegal gifts.
morning.
And the entire local government has been under federal scrutiny, right, under investigation. I was watching it and watching it on the news, and I saw where they started, the feds started grabbing the phones of not just the mayor, but the people under him. I think the police commissioner, and then it seemed like the assistant commissioner is married to the school board commissioner, and both of their stuff they're under investigation, and the police commissioner resigned, and it's a whole
So hold on.
mess.
Can they take your private phone, or is this a
Oh,
phone
they can
that's
take.
They take
so
everything.
they could take? Okay, I didn't know if it had to be like a company or like whatever you kind of phone it.
It has to be.
Anything?
It has to be related to it's supposed to be related to the investigation. But so but yeah, and so and here's my I hate it when this happens. I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican. The real issue is that it erodes the faith of the people in those that they elected to serve and to help solve problems for them, and this is truly problematic, and it's a lot. I don't know how political this is or how much politics is playing a part in it,
Yeah.
but politics plays a part in everything. So
Yeah. He said the wrong thing or did the wrong thing to the wrong person.
You think so? You think you got a target on them?
Yeah.
somebody told me, and I don't know. This is
Well,
just
they've been watching for a long time.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, and this I don't know how true this is, but some people were saying, somebody was telling me yesterday that he was considering a run for governor of New York.
Oh yeah.
And from what I understand too, and Michelle, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he served in the state assembly up there, didn't he? Okay, he's in the Senate. He's a state senator, and I know some of the senators from New York. Shout out to brother Parker, who was up there in New York. Cool cat. But I don't think he's a senator anymore. But all the folks I met up in New York that were part of the National Black Caucus of State Legislators, I thought they were cool. I don't remember if I met Mayor Adams, but it's never good. That's all I can say.
But did he have hopes of running for president? Didn't we say that?
Maybe it was president.
Yeah, he
I
had hopes
think
of
I
running
said
for
governor.
president. So I mean,
Yeah.
did they shut it down early?
Well,
I mean,
know.
well, no, because Trump's still running. You can have fair charges, and
Yeah.
and you can still be president. He's still running. So I mean, what does that mean?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah.
And it's all coming from the Southern District in New York, who is, man, they are lighting it up there. Between Trump, Eric Adams, Diddy, all of those,
They on fire.
They ain't playing.
man.
They said they need Cat Williams to come back and read us another, like a psychic, give another psychic read, because everything he's been saying has been true as far as exposing this year. So they asked him to come back up.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Cat 10 for 10.
Yeah, he
You're
been
right.
saying, he asked me. He said it was
Man,
coming, but think about it. He said it was coming.
My
Though.
goodness, but it's a lot. It's too much stuff going on. When with all of this, and then also we cannot get through this segment without talking about the Young Dolph trial.
Yeah.
That ended yesterday, and with a guilty verdict and a life sentence.
That shit never went to trial.
Oh, why do you say that?
What did he go to trial for? For what?
What you mean?
He was guilty. There was nothing. What was the waste of money? What he go for?
Well, everybody's innocent until proven guilty.
And
Okay.
and it just wasn't. It wasn't just him though. It's just
Yes.
a lot of moving parts, and
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure they had to get it right.
But
They had to
everybody's
get
not
it
going
right.
to trial, right? Some people took pleas.
Well, yeah, some people
You don't
already,
have
they know
to
they're
go to trial.
guilty. They went ahead and said,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
now. I
like
see
where
what
he
you're saying.
go, there was too much
Well-
evidence against him.
Well, I
to go.
think we need to explain what happened first,
Okay, I'm
so
sorry.
because
Yeah.
nobody knows what you're talking about, Angelica.
Okay, I'm
Kojak,
sorry. Go ahead,
what
Kojak.
tell
What
walk us
happened,
through it, Kojak?
Kojak?
"Okay, we're gonna do this now." Okay.
Yeah.
Well, of course, when everything started, they was actually trying to find the guys. Now, when I say this thing is taking legs, you got Cornelius,
Mm-hmm.
and then you also have Justin. Now you got Cornelius and Justin, and then those are the two shooters.
Yep.
But who hired them? So they're saying that Govan actually hired them, and on top of that, they're saying that Big Jook had like $100,000 out there on the head, on Young Dolph's head. So these guys tried to actually collect that money. For one, it was about money. For the other one, it was supposed to be about signing, trying to get in with CMG. So,
And then
Fine.
so
yeah, he
but-
thought he was gonna get famous by killing another rapper, which
Yeah.
idiotic.
I really don't understand how you feel like you can get away with that, but but also it was according to what came out in the courts, $100,000 was to be paid.
Right.
$10,000 from each individual would go to Govan, and then they would keep $40,000 each.
$40,000.
This is according to what came out in the courts.
Yeah.
Right, and so
They only got
Somebody
800.
got
800.
one of them only got 800.
Yeah,
Right.
one. And some pills.
And
some-
wow.
and
and
pills.
It take the shield to add the petty drops in there and some
Right.
pills.
But you really think about it, on how so guilty, life sentence, more sentencing coming, right? But you really think about now this dude received $800, right? And he took a life with the expectancy of receiving a net of $40,000 and
Which
only
is
received
nothing.
$800
$40,000
for somebody's life.
Even with $40,000, I mean, you're talking about a life.
Yes.
If you took a life for even $40,000, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But he
You know.
seems not to even have no remorse. Did y'all hear what he tweeted after?
He
Which I-
was able to tweet.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. I promise you, I'm not on my line. I'm gonna read what he said
Okay.
after the verdict. Okay, so this post surfaced from the account of Justin Johnson following the guilty verdict of the murder of Young Dolph, and it says these N-words: taking criminal responsibility. I'm taking street responsibility. Regardless, I'm forever the biggest. They can throw away the keys before I eat the cheese.
Damn.
That's what he said.
Now,
So-
are we? But has that been verified?
Yes,
that
it is verified right
Who-
here.
where's
It's on
the-
right here, right here. There it goes, right there.
but what was the source on that?
Oh, it's from Shade Room, and they
Okay.
shared it from the law something, whatever. Yeah, but it
Okay.
came from his. I think somebody probably posted on his behalf. That happens all. But sometimes people have phones too, so I mean,
Right,
it's not surprising. But he said he's not eating no cheese, and he got street creds for life, and he ain't he just throw away the keys. That's what he's saying today.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what-
somebody. I ain't gonna tell you what somebody said in the comments, but
Right, because man,
Street cred.
bro,
street cred.
you ain't gonna be in the streets.
yeah, and that's
Yeah.
what this guy in the comments, well, he said something profound. He said, "I just did 19 years." He said it's all good until they close those doors and you days and it's just you and yourself. He said, "You say that now, you gonna feel it then." And there's he got life. He just said,
And his kids will
Never-
basically grow up without him.
"Yeah,
Man,
he got street
yeah.
creds and he didn't take the cheese." What he said, I didn't say it. That's what he said.
Man, it's
real.
just incredibly sad.
Yes.
Incredibly sad story.
Yes,
Period.
it
And,
is.
and I'm fortunate, and and lives have been changed forever, and will
Forever.
continue to be.
Everybody
Hey, y'all.
knows it.
Next up, we have a mom, and her teenage son was lost to gun violence. Same gun violence we're talking about now in Memphis, and she has an incredible story. So y'all don't go anywhere. Stick around. Hit that subscribe button. We'll be right back. You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project. Welcome back to the Antonio Parkinson Project. I am Antonio Parkinson. You're watching the fastest growing visual podcast in the Memphis market. Let's try it again.
Doing numbers. Doing numbers. Doing numbers.
We're doing
Dang,
the numbers.
it took Peaches to get up here for us to get a little
Look, that's who they
vibe
clap
back
for.
there.
They
Yeah,
ain't
yeah.
Right. And y'all give it up for my wonderful co-host Angelica Jelly Woods in the building. Give it up for
Thank
her. Yeah, man. Look, we had to do surgery on her earlier. We're gonna come back to that though.
I know,
Yeah.
okay.
And look, give it up for my DJ. That's my DJ, DJ Kojak in the building. Scratch it up for him 4 times. Kojak for North Memphis.
Bam, bam, bam for the North.
You don't
All right.
scratch like that for no Memphis. No,
Uh-oh.
you
Hold on,
got
hold
scratch.
Okay.
Together.
Did you hear the scratch? Oh, you didn't hear the scratch?
Shriek said she ain't lying for you.
She ain't heard
He's
it.
from the North.
She
What's
from the
going
North.
on?
Because when we play it back tonight, when we play the show back,
Yeah.
everybody else gonna hear the scratch. I don't know why you ain't hear the scratch.
Let's try it again.
I don't know.
Try it again.
Hold on, let me turn my levels up.
Okay, turn it up on. Okay, all right.
Bam, 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 bam.
You gotta put a little hip to it.
Bam.
So did you hear it that time?
I heard it.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Okay, there we go.
Okay,
You made
all
it.
right.
You made it, Kojak.
All right, all right. So
North
look,
Memphis don't. Hey, they don't play.
man, what? Hey, man, remember we was talking about them 5 jobs last time, man?
Yeah,
Yeah, 5 jobs that only black folks take. Yeah. Being a security guard at a club in North Memphis.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be black.
Betty.
Oh,
It's
my
definitely
God.
a black job.
Black
Yeah,
Betty.
definitely a black job. But look, Sharika, first of all, thank you for being here. We're proud to have you. Thank you. Y'all give it up for her.
Definitely.
Look at her.
Thank
Look
you
at
for
her.
having me.
Isn't she lovely? Look at her. Come on. Come
Okay.
on. Got her hair did and everything
No
for the Antonio
makeup,
Parkinson
okay.
project.
No
Look at her.
makeup, natural.
Yeah. You know, it's a lot going on. You know, first of all, let me say thank you so much for everything that you're doing.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, we appreciate you. We appreciate what your family's doing. You know, shout out to your mom, Sarah Carpenter. You don't run this. I got this.
Don't start nothing. Don't start nothing.
Yeah, look, I had to. It's so funny because when and I gotta
Gonna
say
mess
this.
around and
Look,
pull up.
hey,
Don't
she'll
pull
Right,
up.
she knows
up.
she
It's
ain't
like-
far now.
it's
She
like-
gonna pull up.
it's
She
so-
got the kids. She got
Look,
the
look,
kids. She gonna
she'll pull
pull
up with them kids. Look,
Right.
And it's so funny, right? Because when I see her, I give her a hug and stuff, right? And I say, "Hey, love you," right? And she'll say, some mumble, right? Look at me, say it,
Yeah.
right? But she says it though, man. But I do.
You know she love you. She
I know.
just-
I know she does. Absolutely, I know she does.
That's
You know, so let me also applaud you for your courage.
Thank
You know,
you.
because we can't say enough about how valuable a child is to a mother, right? How important that life is, right? And and I remember, honestly, when I got started, I don't know if y'all know this, but there was a kid that was killed by a stray bullet in Ridgecrest, and this was in 2000. We did the first block party in 2006, I think. So this is around 2006, somewhere around there, late 2005. Name is Martez Henderson, never forget. And his mom, Brenda Henderson. I wasn't elected at that time, but we were doing community work, community leadership, and when that happened, me and some friends, we all went over to Ridgecrest, and talked to the people in Ridgecrest, and spent as a matter of fact now since then up until present, now in relationship with his mom, right? Supported her. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that I will never, ever forget about all of the mothers that I've dealt with or had interaction with. Let me rephrase that. Had interaction with after losing a child. It's the same glazed over look, that you can never ever forget, because whatever space these moms are in at the time of the loss of their child, right, is something that you'll never ever forget. And I'm talking about everybody from Brenda Henderson to Charlotte Haggett, who lost her son over here on Egypt Central to the police officer shooting, and to others. And so but it takes a lot of courage.
It do.
It takes a lot of courage and a lot of fortitude to be able to come forth and talk about it, and and to be doing something about it. So for that we say thank you, and we truly appreciate you and everything that you're doing.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. So take us. Take us from, if you will, take us from that morning. And because and let me tell you why I asked that. I asked that because one, we just got finished talking about how people don't value life, right?
Right.
And I'm hoping that somebody's parent or somebody themselves, these kids that's out here on social media beefing and this, that, and other, that they will hear this and understand this, and maybe it'll save somebody else's life. So
Right.
take us from that day, that morning.
That morning, Braylon actually, he was preparing to take Chaselyn to, which is his younger sister. He was going to take her to the nail shop and to breakfast. But on his way to do that, he stopped at the bank, and he stopped at the car wash to meet these people that lured him to the car wash. So at 12:03 p.m., I got the worst call of my life. The call a mother should not. I don't want no mother that ever get that. If anything we can do to stop it, I pray it stop one day. I was at home cleaning up, and I got the call that my baby had been murdered. and I had my younger niece and my daughter at home with me. And when I received the call, I immediately jumped in my car and I left my baby. All I know is I had the window down because I couldn't breathe. And I heard my baby in the street saying, "Mama, what's wrong with my brother?" And I knew then I needed to bag back because I done
Oh,
left
my
an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old in the house by themselves. So they jumped in the car and I made it from Bartlett to Hollywood, I know, in about 4 minutes. And when I got there and I seen my baby on the ground, I don't know, my baby, she was able to, she jumped out the car and she immediately, at the time when we made it, a lot of police, well, it was police there, but not a lot. So she was able to run up under the rope to see her brother. So, and I did, I went into shock. I don't know, I used the bathroom on myself, didn't even know I hadn't did it. That's how, it was the worst day of my life. It was the worst day of my kids' life, my family life. My family, we don't really lose people to gun violence because of Braylon was. Braylon was the youngest person we ever lost in our family, so it was hard. It was hard. I still have hard days, but doing the work that I'm doing to try to save another young man or young lady, because these young girls, they can be worse than the boys. So, you know.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this though. Who did you get the call from? Who called you and told you about it?
My boyfriend called me and told me about it. He was at the car. He was inside of the car wash, and he called me.
Right. And so that when you heard those words come from your boyfriend on the phone, what was your immediate reaction?
He had to say it to me again because not my boy, because my boy, and I'm not one of them moms that just saying what they kid will and won't do. My boy, he was different. He never been in a fight in his life. So, you know, he was Braylon. Everybody loved Braylon. So it was shocking. It was shocking. It was breathtaking. It still take my breath 3 years later.
3 years later. Yeah.
It still take my breath. And I'm still fighting for justice and gonna keep on fighting.
You know, so he was 17.
He was
at the
17.
time.
He was in the 12th grade at Gateway Christian Academy.
Yeah, 17 years old, man.
Yep, a month before his 18th birthday.
A month.
A big teddy bear, talented, can rap.
Yeah.
Yes, a big teddy bear, a big softy. The bitch would
That's
call
what
him a
he
big
was.
softy.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was.
Yeah, the individuals that committed this, you know, this murder, did he know them?
He didn't know them.
He didn't know them.
Nope.
How were they able to get him to come down there? How did that happen?
He was lured in by somebody that he knew.
Okay.
He was lured there by somebody that he knew, and that's when the robbery took place.
So that's what happened. They were trying to rob him.
him. Yes, sir.
Right. I mean, did they feel like it? Did they think he had something that
They
what
thought he
was
had-
that? What was the story behind that?
They thought he had something. What they thought he had, I don't know, but they thought he had something. They really thought he was older than what he was because he was 6'7" and 200 and some pounds. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And so the individuals, were they teenagers also, or were they adults?
Nope, they were fully grown.
Grown men.
Grown men. And that's like when I was hearing Cornelius Smith testifying when he said it was his daughter's birthday when he committed the crime. Ozark Faulkner, one of the ones that's charged in my son's murder, it was his daughter's birthday. And so that's why when the prosecutor said, you know, when the defense was saying, so you'll do this on your daughter, they do it. It's the drugs. They do it.
And so these guys were on drugs. You think that's what it was?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes,
So.
I think that's what it was. Because why else would you be taking something from a baby? One of them had just got the PPP loan 2 months before, Jaquez Mallory. So, you know, yeah.
So what's happening now? Where is this whole thing at with in regards to the trials and you know and what's happening with those two guys? Have they been convicted or where are we at on that?
They are still in jail. $1 million bonds never lowered, and me and my family, we be at every court date. And when I first met with the prosecutor from when they first got him, I told him I don't want no deal. They didn't give Braylon no deal, no bond, no none of that.
Right.
So they have kept $1 million bond during the process. So they do. We were scheduled to go to trial this July 3rd, 29th, but they rescheduled it, so we go to trial December 2nd.
Yeah, and you know they a lot of times they'll say that you know when you go to trial you have to relive this whole situation again and you know all of the details and everything. You know again, you know, I know I keep on coming back to this about courage, man. You know, because I don't know if I could do what you're doing.
Right.
Seriously,
No.
you know, you know, I don't know if I could. You know, I don't know if I could do what you're doing. But
I didn't know I could do what I was doing.
Right. Yeah.
I was laying in my bed one day, couldn't move, balled up in a knot, and I heard my baby talk to me. Cause at first people were like, Peaches, you get the young people, they drawing to you. You gotta reach out to them, and I was like. They were like, you got to save them. At first, when it first happened, I had the attitude, I ain't saving them. They ain't saving my baby. You know, that was the attitude that I had. And Braylon, I could hear him plain as day talking to me, Mama, get up and do something. You got to do something. So that's how I came up with the name, the Braylon Murray Project, because he left me a project to do. I had parents come to me who I had never met until Braylon passed. They was coming to me and they was telling me that these parents had lost their son prior to Braylon, and they was telling me that Braylon would they could be having a bad day or something, and Braylon would just out the blue call them and make them feel better and stuff. So that's the type of person he was. So that's what I have continued to do with parents and try to lift them up, cause boy, this thing will break you down.
You know what? And I was at the at the balloon release, and I remember there was another parent there that was. You probably remember even seeing me there. There was another parent. She was a victim. Her son was a victim of gun violence too. Do you know who I'm talking about?
She spoke on the mic.
Yeah,
Tamika Talley. Yeah.
Yeah.
Her son
Oh
was-
yeah, I know. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
my
she
people.
came.
Yeah,
Yeah, she showed up, and I might tell you, like, celebrity showed up. Okay,
Yeah.
he brought out the whole city, like,
Yeah.
and that spoke volumes. What she
Exact-
said and how she supported you and how you're continuing to support. I thought that was profound when I was at the balloon release. How she came and supported Peach. You know, should I say Peach or Shriek? I'm sorry. At the balloon release, the support there, I thought that was profound. I didn't know who she was, and I listened to her story, and she was
people,
there.
too.
Yeah, I didn't know,
Yeah.
and she shared her story there too as well at the balloon release.
Yep, and I still I got a group of, and the group name on my phone is the Braylon Murray Project, because that's how I met them. People was reaching out to me because they was seeing they was seeing the strength that I was pulling from somewhere with dealing with Braylon case, because baby, I was on it with my boy case. I was on it. So I had parents that was reaching out to me, and they was, when I say they was weak, they was, you know, and I one of them, a couple of, about 50 of them, I done told them, get up out that bed. We gonna go down here, and it was about 25 parents and their supporters. We went to homicide, and the time Lieutenant Shabazz, she's a major now. And we was in there, but they had to pull overtime with us, and they did. They went over these cases, and they listened to these parents. Out of us doing that, one mom, her son was Tyrese. I want to say his wrong last name.
Tyree Nichols?
No.
Okay.
He was a 16-year-old, played football for Melrose. They called him Bull.
Okay, yeah.
But his murder was 2 years old at the time. But when we walked into homicide and we sat down with them, not even a month later, they caught their killers.
Oh wow,
You know,
that's
so-
profound. Yeah.
One of them still on the run, but they got somewhere in the cases, and whew,
Let me ask you this. So, one, in talking to these parents, these other parents, what are you finding? Is there a common denominator in how all of these situations are happening, or is it the same recurring story? You know, somebody stole something from somebody, or somebody was talking on social media. What's the story that you're hearing over and over from some of these situations?
All of them different stories. The common denominator is they picking up guns for no reason.
Yeah.
That's the common denominator. All of them is different situations and different stories, but the bottom line is they run into guns instead of anything else. If you ask me, these kids don't have anything else to do that they consider as cool. Back when we was coming up, our age, it was a lot we could do. Whether it's the community center or whatever, they don't have all that. We had all that. They don't have none of that. So they look into what they think is cool, the gun. So I hope that they see and take what they saw Justin Johnson, whatever his name, received on yesterday as they think.
But you know what I find is that, you know, a lot of times these kids are seeing these dudes, this stuff that's happening with these dudes, and seeing it as a badge of honor, like it's an honorable thing, you know, to kill someone, or like it's a rite of passage to go to the pen for a minute, and you know, or this, that, and you know. But what it says though too is that, you know, unfortunately, but our kids they lack hope that they will even live to see, you know, 25.
Right.
And so, and if they don't have that hope to live, that they think they'll live to see 25, why do you think they definitely don't value somebody else's life? They don't value their own.
Right. And it's funny you said that. I have a friend who just told me on yesterday, her son, 11 years old, and he feel like he's scared that he won't make it at 11 years old, and he's not even a bad kid, but it's just from seeing the things that's going on around him and stuff. I just.
Yeah. Let me ask you this though. Were you about to ask something, Coach? Okay. So I before we wrap this segment up, we were a little bit over, but what was the turning point for you to where you came, and I'm not saying you came out of mourning, but where you shifted into action from the mourning process? What was the turning point? Do you remember that?
After my son murder, my son was supposed to graduate in 2022. So on the way to his spring graduation, I had my first heart attack. A week later, I had my second heart attack. And ain't nothing wrong with my heart. They diagnosed me with taken down syndrome, which is another word for broken heart syndrome. So I knew then that I needed to breathe healthy, get it together for my two daughters, and continue to fight and keep Braylon name alive. That was my turning point.
That was the turning point. And let me ask this last question. What's next? What are we going to, okay, we got this vehicle now, this organization. What are we going to do with it?
My goal is to save as many young men as I possibly can. Not everyone wants to pick up a gun. Not everyone, most of them scared to pick up a gun. So a lot of times, us as single parents, we forget to encourage our kids, tell them that they can do it. So a lot of kids not getting it at home. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna push as many of them as I can. And I got a few of them by the chokehold who done had guns, who got guns everywhere, but and also to get the police to, you know, we got to get the police more involved in the community too, because like when I was young, Lieutenant Granson used to sit on the steps behind bars, so you know, these kids ain't scared of the police no more. So you know, to get them involved with them. But Murray Young, he been very, you know, he been working with me. So I look forward. He's gonna be at the event on October the 29th, and I look forward to October the 19th. I'm sorry.
Speaking of which, hold that flyer. Tell everybody about the event. What's happening?
On October the 19th, the Braylon Murray Project and Lincoln Hands, which is Marshall Wilson. The Orange Mountain and
Uh-huh.
North Memphis coming together.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
We
Send them,
use
send them
like
ladies
this
a
gun
shout while
back.
they over there. Send them a
Yeah.
shout too.
Yep, Marshall Wilson and Yimta Crump, Marshall Lincoln Hands, and Yimta's a part of the Braylon Murray Project, and
Y'all
we're we Orange Mountain and North Memphis is coming together against gun violence. And at this event, we're going to provide the kids with the resources that they need to do something different. We're gonna have a lot of giveaways. We're gonna encourage them. And the
Okay.
parents,
Live music.
we're gonna have live music. We got the young actors group they're gonna
Yeah.
perform.
Okay.
We got some good performances for them. We got a lot of good things for them, a lot of good resources for them and the parents. So
Okay. Okay. So how can everybody get in touch? How can they, lock in with the event and we on social media? What we doing? Yeah.
we
Come on,
give a
step up. Don't be scared.
Come
Don't
on,
be scared.
Say the
come on.
location.
Where was it at and where's the event at? And is it free?
Yeah,
it's
it's
everything
free. The event is free.
Yeah. Step up to the mic though.
Hollywood Community Center, 12 to 4. And you can get in touch with us by following the Braylon Moore Project
Okay.
on Instagram and Facebook.
Okay.
So yeah, and it's 12 to 4.
Okay. And
So-
we're going to have the link in the video description, and we're going to post the flyer also.
Marquita
So
Douglas already handled it. She done put the information in
thank
there.
you.
Right on, Marquita, you hold
it'll
it
be on
down,
our
ain't
stuff
it?
too. And we'll make sure we share. We're gonna help promote it too. So
Okay.
to make sure everybody show up and support. All I can say is that real talk. Y'all are invaluable. And I'm not saying this like
Yeah.
you don't get no political shit from me. So
Right,
you
right.
get some real uncut shit, right? So
Right,
so man, I thank God for you. Real talk. And y'all don't let it die. Don't let this go. Don't let it be in vain.
10 years?
10 years, right?
10 years,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So y'all give it up for these wonderful ladies. We
Yes.
appreciate you. We love y'all too, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, man. So look, you've been watching the Antonio Parkinson Project. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you share this too. This is an incredibly important show, and we'll see you next week. Actually, we'll see you tomorrow. 8 Ball MJG tomorrow, 11 a.m.
Speaking of orange and now,
Speaking of Orange Mound,
okay.
speaking of the Mound,
I thought
right?
he was gonna say something.
Speaking of the Mound, but yeah. So we'll see y'all tomorrow. Make sure you tune in, lock in, hit that subscribe button. Well.